The story so far. Alia's search for the missing Ioxian Janik Remba has ended at the wreckage of his ship. Remba was looking for Heaven's Vault, an ancient observatory he believed to hold the only hope of preventing a darkness from overtaking the nebula. The Ioxian search began with a telescope-like device from a ship buried deep on a moon near Elbereth. A relic from the vault, perhaps. Hello, everyone! And welcome back to Heaven's Vault. We're sailing straight through Eoxian space. As last time, we were heading to an Age of Sail site.
I once thought I saw a fish in the waters of the Silk Pass. But maybe it was a mermaid.
Either path ahead that leads to our destination, Alia. Does it? Oh, up here. Yes, but right is faster. The Nightingale herself must be an Age of Sail ship. She's about the right age, I think. She's still river-worthy after all this time. So, last time, we discovered a lot, honestly. I probably, now that I think about it, I probably should have refreshed myself a bit. Steer right here. I remember a shortcut through less, well-known waters. Oh, interesting. Either of the branches continues to our destination from here, Alia. I'm gonna go right because that's... We'll light up more map. Yeah. So, last time, we explored Remba's dig site and found that basically he found an old ship from what we now call the Age of Sail. And found the telescope that we found at the Emperor's house, the last Emperor's place. And then we went back to Elbereth for some reason. I can't remember exactly why. Oh yeah, we went back to Elbereth to bring that person we found there. Age of Sail it should be somewhere here. Yeah. So we found that person. I'm guessing it's gonna. Okay, so for this we need to go right once. We found that person, so we brought them back to Elbereth. And then... Ooh, minor flow, that's good. Oh, never mind, that's definitely not minor. It's fine. Alia, some distance up ahead, a structure of some sort. I see it. I don't think the ship can move through the flows this week. Okay. Whoever built the Nightingale knew what they were doing. The ruin here appears to date from the Age of Sail, Elberethian. Why don't you wait? I found a golden telescope. It must have come from somewhere nearby. An heirloom, maybe. It has that look to it. Something that was old even when it was used. And there's an inscription. So, what does it say? I have no idea. Why would I know? I had scribes for that kind of thing. Oh, God. So, yeah. And then we found... We talked to... Oh my gosh, I can't remember her fucking name. We talked to our bestie, Arroy. That's the one. And basically told Arroy about the Withering Palace. Alia, that translation is clearly incorrect. There must be another possibility. Okay, wind is wrong. Home, you... It's gotta be you... Your... I've done something wrong. Of is wrong, okay. Wonder if... Yeah, that's home. Your... For home. I can add my translation to home to my dictionary. And then basically we brought Roy back to the Withering Palace and somehow learned that 6 used to be contained the consciousness of the first Empress. Speak in time. Point your... I mean, considering it's telescope, point your return time wins. Devotion. Point. Lift your devotion for home. Why is it highlighting? It really wants me to go to that site, jeez. Okay. Yeah. And then, basically, this comes from the exact place we're after. Must be getting close. Oh, jeez. That's not where I wanted to go, but sure. Feels good to be back on a real river again. There's a ruin here. I don't, like, obviously this isn't the place, but it's more relics. And, like, the more of these we find, the more info we get on the ruins of it. It should only take a few moments. Covered a silver coin. Just floating out there? Whoever made this coin must have been wealthy. It's as heavy as an amulet. It doesn't have an inscription. Ooh, never mind. Say this was made on the site we're searching for. Stop pointing me there! This should make the site we're after easier to find. Our additional information is now placed outside the search zone. You know, as much as Enki is a bit obnoxious, she is definitely more conversational than 6. Like, she has a better way of with words. Although I do miss our boy. But we are in the vicinity of the Age of Sail site once more, Elbera themed. If it weren't for her literally insulting us at every turn. Okay. Go left, and then left, and then pretty much just hold left up here. We are in the vicinity once more, Elberethian dog. Gosh, but yeah, now we have Enki, and leaving the vicinity. Yes, I'm aware. Oh wait, we need to go right. Back within our search zone. So we then need to go left and then left. Or actually, we can just go straight. Because that's definitely looking like that's going to be... Waters to the left appear curious. Yeah. Hold left. As much as that's a really weird river. It's path in the water. Or to the left, we'll continue our search. Do we have to just loop around then? You just have to hold left. Branch up ahead. Do not turn right. I like how Enki's able to... That would return us to the rivers. I'm glad that Enki is at least able to be like, hey, can you at least try to not get lost? I think we found it. There's not enough room to land the ship. I will ready the hopper. Alright. An Age of Sail site. What was this place? I'm guessing this is going to be the forge because of the stuff we found, but I don't know.
This moon was nothing but cold, cruel rock.
Another mine, maybe?
It could never have been home to anyone.
Yeah, we've said that
And
about
yet-
5 times.
Someone had been here. And someone
Oh!
was still standing guard.
Wait, which of the the guardian of this place? I've seen this before, Enki. But I still don't know who you are. I don't see a way up there. Why would you want to climb up there? Can you not see him from where you stand? I'm an archaeologist. If there's a god here, I want to find out what it thinks it's doing. But why must humans insist on standing on things to understand them? You have a point, Enki. This is an unforgiving place. Were there any other surfaces at all? None. This moon appeared was most rugged. There must have been something important about this place. Something that made this thing worth building. How old would you say the site was, Enki? It's before my time, anyway. Perhaps this path leads to the statue. Path is leveling off. By all the wakened waters. Is that a crater? Oh my
Path ended
word!
At the edge of an enormous crater,
That's not a crater, that's
where
a...
a mountain had been plucked out like a rotten tooth. And something had been built across the wound.
What are we looking at? I have no idea. Can you scan it, Enki? Scan it? Scan for what, Albia, Larsa? It is a hole. It's clearly not just a hole. Scan it for everything. Here's something, Oberithian, which may or may not be interesting. The tiles lining its surface are a metallic pottery composite. A what composite? Metallic pottery. Heat-resistant, reflective, conductive. Where do you think you'd get enough metal for this crater? From the mine we found? Quite possible, Alia. Is this a satellite dish? No, there's pipes. Like, those look like fluid pipes or something. Here's a way up. I cannot climb that, Popper, as you are no doubt aware. There's marking here. Let's see if we can't find out who you are. This one's a fractured from even longer phrase. Oh my word. God is definitely there. That makes sense. This isn't the snake god, though. Serpent's eye. Wait. The god that watches the serpent's eye? But I think it must say serpent. And eye is definitely correct. God that watches fault? Watches over Serpent's eye. God watches over Serpent's eye. This will do for now. Serpent's eye. Yeah. Is that what they called this place? This definitely isn't the serpent god, though. Yeah, it has arms. People left offerings at the feet of gods. One got stuck in the crack between the stones. For a minute, I thought it might be a shard of iolite. But it's not. Sextant embossed with the outline of a sun, dating from the earliest days of the nebula. It's quite a thing to offer to a god. Some kind of sailor god, are you? Found some inscribed characters in ancient script in the casting. There's a few words in this one. Time? Isn't the word for time, okay. Considering it's a sextant, I guess it doesn't make sense. Path return time. Well, it's not time. Oh, I had two things marked as time, so. Sail and wind, so that's probably path. Path return time. Never be. Knowledge lift opened. Parted from path? I think that's right. This comes from the same sources as the battered sextant in the Chronicles of Mazwai. Oh, wow, that's a that's a really new site. Okay, we're further from being done than I thought we were. Except, just wait, Alia. What is it? I found something. Gravity, Alia. Wait, what's that meant to mean? The gravity within the crater is lower than the gravity... That's not possible. No. However, it is a fact. Alia Larsa, I hope you satisfied your desire to be high up. Found something up there, Enki. Just as I thought I might. A sextant. Gods are offering places. Very good, Alberathan. It's a relay tower, isn't it? There's a structure over there. With a mast. For a flag? No. Expected is functional, Alia. Indeed, perhaps for some kind of beacon. Yeah. That's not... Like, that's like a research facility or lab. Like... This looks like more of... Like... How can the gravity be low? Is this dish some kind of machine? Some kind of, I don't know, lens? This dish is just as it appears, wretch. A curved tile floor. Perhaps the moon's density itself is low. Don't tell me it's hollow. I will do a scan. anything, Enki? Looks like a way down. It's another... And it's built for robots. Catch me if I fall, Enki. What an idiotic remark.
The metal ledge halfway down was wide enough for walking.
Yeah, I mean, the railings imply that this is the intended path. Which is refreshing.
Wide enough for robots, too.
Oh, there's an inscription there that I can't read. I need to be on the other side. I think at the center. The cover. Looks like it has handles. Covered. There's no... I'd keep my balance on the slope if I tried to climb down. There's some big holes to go sliding into. Unless we can find a section that hasn't shattered. Yeah, there's ancient. My own... Like, if I, gosh, a part of me is really wishing that, like, I actually was keeping a physical notebook of the stuff that I got right, so that I could, yeah, there's writing around the room. There we go. So that I could translate that immediately, because that would actually be kind of fun. Which I could have done, actually. If they do a sequel, I kind of want to do that. So one's a phrase, run together. Okay. Us. No, that can't be sight. Here. And be sight. This doesn't feel right, yeah. Sight is wrong, yeah. Must be. Okay, welcome. Myself can't be, that doesn't make sense. Hear and be welcome? Circle open sight. Land here and be welcome? Land here? Is this a landing pad? Do they have a Death Star? This is Age of Sail, so, and it's like, and clearly stuff is made with ramps, so it must be robots. Like, what's the general logic? Probably go down here, but I want to explore before heading down into, yeah, I'm not going to try and climb there. I want to go up to the research facility.
The scale of the place was mind-boggling. It must have been built by giants for giants.
Just like a health bar just for pure exhaustion. Plus the waters. The air is so thin here. Oh. Take your time to recover. It's clear this place was intended for robot workers. There's definitely something in here. Equipment? It's hard to make out. Ropes. Looks like a door. Looks like a lot of like the ones we found in the mining camp. Only it won't open. There's a button there. So, is this some kind of mechanism? Can't see how to work it. Just lights. Please stand aside. Locking mechanism is internal and magnetic. There we go. Figured. I didn't want to use an artifact to open up a door when I've taken the precaution to melt the contact so it stays open. Well done, Enki. It's exactly like the turret we saw before on the mining camp. Must be from a similar period.
A dark, cramped space, stuffed with metal and pipes and wires.
Concrete.
It was like I'd turned into an ant and was now crawling around inside the robot.
Ramps. Site wasn't managed by humans at all. Oh well, the door seems stuck. I can get my fingers in, but it won't budge. Power to that section appears to have failed. Can you divert more power that way? I'm not some kind of plumber, Alia. Let's see what's up here. This place was clearly abandoned. No disaster, no destruction. Whatever it once was, it became obsolete. Look at it. It's beautiful. Can you imagine ships coming to rest here? Like flies on a flower. Someone oversaw this site from here. Oversaw what? It can have been a good job. It's uncomfortable, cramped. Robots do not care. Some kind of tripod. There was something here once. An instrument of some kind. It's the wrong shape for a winch. Angled to look at the center of the crater, or else tilted up to the sky. Possible to say for sure. I've seen this kind of tripod before. Same as the one on Janique's moon. On the roof of the Hermitage near Mercy. There's symbols painted on the wall here. It's one of several words. Traitor. People what? Low of 1. Only traitor. People what? Things? Doesn't seem right. Only traitor things. Traitor doesn't seem right. I don't want to touch the control panel until after we've explored everything around here. This one's not empty. Telescope. The ladies in Grey and Elbereth had a telescope on the roof. They encouraged us to look at Iox through it and dream, so this place is an observatory. Let's see now. Oh, there's no eyepiece. What's the use of that? Is this it? The observatory that Rembo wanted me to find. Evidently it's possible, Miss Polio Larsa. There's nothing here. This looks like it comes free. It's been etched with small symbols. They're unbelievably small. This is the start of a fragment of text. Tells... Wait, no, that can't be things, that's paths. There we go. Believe you can be confident on your translation for paths now, Elberethian scum. Great Tales wins. Nebula tells of Serpent Snake U. Our path? Nebula tells of ours paths? What do you make of the telescope, Enki? Indeed, most interesting. So what is it? It is a recording device, Alia. There's a Rebeski foil at the apex. Can you read it back? No, imbecile. I have a foil inside me, but there's no common language. But I can guess. Let's hear it. If this device is a telescope, perhaps it has been recording the movements of the sky. Where's the ruin near Mercian Observatory? Two locations are interesting, alias. They're separate but aligned. They suggest a triangulation. We know Rimba found the telescope on the crashed ship. Another on the ruin near Mercy. We found one more. Triangulation of something. The data is indeed thin. What would help? More telescopes, Alia. A triangulation requires 3 more points. If we assume the scope aboard the ship was bound for or taken from somewhere near Elbereth. Now wait. Definitely not a flagpole. No ropes, no fittings for any ropes. No fittings for signal mask, a beacon. For sending something somewhere. I asked a similar one for sending messages. Where does the mask send to, Enki? You should wait. Yes, I believe I can deduce that. But it's hardly accurate enough to pinpoint a target. Somewhere distant. Okay, we have a lot left, I guess. We have this site, we have whatever's here, and this, which might be that. I don't know. So what was this place observing? The rivers. Nothing else seems possible to me, Alia Larsa. Yeah, and the engraving talks about the nebula. Because I think that might, like, that, if I were to guess, that's my best guess for a word, a thing that means nebula. Does this one work? I don't think so. Hope this isn't Remba's observatory. If it is, then I'm definitely missing something. There's nothing here. Some kind of control panel, like those in the mine. Based on its position just under the window, this must control something out there. Enki, can you operate this? That one controls the temperature of the floor. This one, however, appears more interesting. Can you work it out? I already have. There. I've activated the panel. But I see no change. Maybe the power's gone. You. What's the matter? I have a result, Alia. What kind of result? The triangulation of the telescope. Oh, cretin, that Remba found. Assuming they were positioned deliberately to cover a particular section of the nebula from many angles while maintaining a line of sight to that central source. I believe I have a new location for your archaeological investigations. It's far further than we have ever been. The possible site of Heaven's Vault. So, yeah, that is Heaven's Vault, but... And I'm guessing this river leads to it. But we're so far, like, assuming it's, like, out here, that is so far out of any, of Ioxian space. Is that a lizard? Why is that just like an Easter egg? Why is there a lizard there? That shouldn't be possible. That must be an Easter egg if we're not commenting on, like, a creature. So what was this place? I suppose it's the right shape to be the Serpent's Eye. We know it was run by robots, some kind of recording station, observing the rivers. The crater itself is most likely a dock, a place for ships to land. Low gravity in the center helps ships take off from here. Back to the ship. I'd like to activate the hopper now, Alia. I want to get down to the center of the crater first. Was this bit or was this bit? Sometimes, like, the marker for stuff is finicky. Here we go. This section of the slope looks intact. No gaps between here and the lower level. I could slide. Until you reach the bottom, Alia, where there's a sizable hole. Well then, I'll float down. You coming? I will follow. On my treads. Here goes. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-da. By the goddess! Ow! My knee. That hurt. Made it. Definitely. Nah, I don't care about going back right now. People of the Serpent's Eye. Enki, it's warm. Alia Larsa, please. Something underground. Something powering this. Must be. Gravity is really low. I feel like a child again. Let's pull. Yeet. I mean, low gravity will certainly help. An opening, Alberethian. Opening. Onto what? I have no idea. But it appears to descend from some distance. How far down do you think it goes, Enki? I could not say. Can you shine a light down there? After a fashion, child. Crystals. It's lined with iolite crystals. The one Rambo left on Mercy. Same as the crystals on the board. Or did crash ship Rambo dug out? Yes, Alia. See where this goes. Do not move, Alia. If you attempt to annihilate yourself by entering a vertical drop, I will hopper you immediately. I know what I'm doing. It is clear that you do not. Step away. Alright, alright. She's probably right. Finally. Oh, your obedience is appreciated. Did you say obedience? I'm not obedient. Huh. Painted symbols. I mean, considering it's filled with spikes, that's probably a good idea. If the game's giving me a way to back out, like... flows towards... Okay, my translation for flows, okay. river flows towards... Go together. Junction of waters? Junction? This place? Can you take a bearing? You can, Alia. I can see the gravitational force lines still present here. I should note that bearing is not the same as that from the antenna mast. Just want a closer look. Went to all the trouble to get this thing open. No, Jester. I'll stay right beside you, and I will not change my mind on this matter. Please. Let us return to the upper ring level. Away from temptation. I know you don't like me, Alia, but I can't leave you. So let's try to get along. Sure, that sounds good. I don't mean to be difficult. You are awed by me, of course. I understand. Let's go, then. There's nothing more here. Back to the ship, Alia. I can simply hopper us if you prefer. This place has nothing to offer. Do it. I don't see what else we can learn here. Yeah, I think we've got everything. We can't look at the lizard, which is sad. So we left the surface of the cratered moon with the ramps. With the newfound knowledge, the location of the possible site of Heaven's Fall. Alright. Board the Nightingale. Let's go. Press any key to continue, as always. Alright. So was it the Serpent's Eye? Natural deposit, perhaps. Perhaps Alia Larsa, it's hard to say. It's very old. Definitely the same crystals inside of the hatch in the metal crater. Oh, we have the telescope still. Oh, I forgot to try and... Still don't really understand what this thing is. Some kind of robot contraption for robots. Okay, let's start sailing. You're receiving a message. It's from Professor Mayari. She's checking up on us? Perhaps. Alia, where are you? Professor, what can we do for you? This isn't a social call. I wanted to let you know we're having a celebration for Remba here at the university. You don't have to attend, but I thought I'd let you know. You want me to come? I think it might be a good idea for good for your soul, and I think your soul needs all the help it can get. Come here, Alia, right away. That is all she sent Elberathian. Start sailing. I will ready the sheets. You get to the observatory. Let's tell us. Mary wants to return to Iox for Rimba's funeral. Let's show the crown. That might not be a bad idea because we've got no leads for this site other than like just flying around aimlessly. I say we go to Iox and then go to the Age of Sail site. Because Withering Ways, sailing to Iox and Ioxian space. Yeah. Because I do want to see Huang about the books and stuff. Appears to be a trail in the water. It's good to be back on a real river again. Oh, jeez. Okay, so as far as I can tell, we need to go right and then... I want to just, like, mark off these rivers, and I think if I... Guessing that was one I've already looked at then. I want to just mark off these rivers. I might cut here, but should go left momentarily. Our route to left shortly, so it should be. The rivers are so peaceful. There's a better way to the right. Yeah, but I want to go left because that's a river we haven't seen. Well, maybe not shorter. I want to just mark off as much path as we can. I was just thinking, like, one thing I've realized that I really like about this game is that it doesn't seem like there is a objectively correct way to go through the sites. And, like, you're going to get a slightly different experience depending on the order you search for stuff. Like, if I had found that abandoned moon much sooner, I wouldn't have had as much context for stuff, but I would have had more context for the Age of Sail. And, like, I imagine this Renba thing that I'm going to Iox for would have happened much sooner had I told Mayari about it. That's a big stretch of... Take the tilter for me, Yankee. I do love the waters. Okay. Yeah. Mostly just because, like, I don't want to do the last bit to Iox. Emma's funeral's about to start. We may not have known Renba, but we're full. You put your cape up over your head. Oh, yeah. Pinky. What do you think, Six? It's just starting. We're not too late then? I believe our timing to be perfect. Alia, quickly! I don't remember what I gave Huang's for a voice. It's been a long time. Mayari was waiting for you to arrive. We weren't sure you really were coming. Thanks, Huang. I will wait here, Alia. Try not to rust. I will lick myself clean, Alia Larsa. This way, Alia. Janique was the great believer in the loop. Do you believe in it, Huang? Of course. Loop makes sense. Well, mostly because you're obsessed with that book that told everyone to believe in the loop. Try to keep your head bowed. Here she comes. Friends, colleagues, brothers and sisters, thank you for coming. Today we gather to recommend our brother Janique to the waters. It's the lady. I recognize her. I think that's Remba's mother. Wondered if you knew her. She's from Elbereth. Good of my art to invite her. But of course she invited her. Wouldn't you expect your mother at your own funeral? Janique Remba was our friend, our brother. Our teacher for some, a confidant for others, and inspiration. He has left us too soon, but we trust he will be returned. Remba often traveled to Elbereth to see his family, who's like you in that way. In what way? Not afraid to sail. Janique's departure is a deep loss to the university. His work here changed our little community more than most of you know, but it is his absence, however brief, that will be truly felt. She really believes this. Of course. What do you believe?
Mayari paused a moment and then emptied something out of the hourglass.
So Remba begins another journey around the Great Loop. As we remember him, so he sails from the rivers above. Did Mayari pour into the river? Remba's ashes. That's not possible. They didn't have his body. What? Why would you say that? It's a disgusting thing to say. You can hear us, you know.
The people began to sing. The words were weird and old.
The loop
The
sustains
sound drifted
us.
up and away into the nebula. Maybe Remba could hear us. Maybe not. Didn't matter. It was beautiful anyway.
Those that are gone will return. Those that return will depart.
The chanting died away. There were echoes. Then they were gone too.
Friends, thank you for coming. Janique will be grateful for your support.
The people began to murmur, then to talk.
Alia! Beautiful service, don't you think? Thought it was strange. It is, I suppose. But it's good to remember our connections to each other. Good faith to you. She even looks sad to you. No, but she's not one to show her emotion in public. Good faith. Good faith. Good faith to you. You're Janique's mother. I think he's coming back. I can't understand it. We believe different things here on Iax. But I don't understand it either. My son was one of them. In the end, he was happy here. Did you know, my boy? I went looking for him when he disappeared. Disappeared? What do you mean? He told me his heart gave out. Oh! Alia? I see you've met Anit. Mr. Solarsa here is one of our most gifted thinkers. Please, I'd like to just spend some time with my boy. Barely saw him when he was alive. Perhaps we can talk again. Perhaps. Waters carry you, my dear. That was a lovely eulogy. It was barely sufficient. But thank you, and thank you for coming. I know you are skeptical of the loop. He believed, so here I am. He would appreciate that. Rembo was from Elbereth. Indeed. Did you think you were the only shining jewel from the mine? Did he come from the slums? From the Citadel, I think. There was a machine shop he worked in. I'll see you, Alia. Alia? My dear, come see me in my office if you want to. Okay. Tripod we found on the crater moon. It was just like the one I found on the hermitage in the moon near Mercy. The crater site was old, much older than the Empire. Amusing, all these tripods were set up at the same time. I need to speak to Huang, but I don't know where he's gone. Why did you destroy Iox? It had become no better than the mechanicals I overthrew. A cruel and selfish place. It was time for it to fall. I mean, makes sense, I guess?
The library is a quiet spot to think. Except when Huang's in there, which of course, he always is.
Alia! I don't know what to do with myself. Miss Renba? No. Is that bad? I mean, I didn't know him. What about you? What are you doing? I had some artifacts to show you. Oh, that sounds good. Have you found any artifacts you want me to look at? Quite a few, Huang. I found a lot of books. Scribe statuette. Found the statuette. Let me take a look. It's an unbroken inscription. I think I recognize a word in there, although I don't know what it means. This one is a phrase run together. Okay, so basically, is Remba like an ability to like get better help on inscriptions? Guides. That doesn't seem right. Are not. Follow. That does not. Gods. This doesn't feel right. Yeah. Gods is right. Gods. Follow. Oh. Translation for are not has to be wrong. Follow. Follow. You are correct with the follow, servant. What? Huang must be so confused by why 6 is suddenly calling. Show life towards God save those who follow. That makes sense. For a statuette. God save those who follow. Thanks, Huang. Now, seen something else like that. If I remember right, it also had script. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, Huang, you are helping so much. Here it is. This is written on a shattered model of the stretching god. It was found in an Alberethine temple 14 years ago. I don't know if it's related, of course. This one is a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. You... Many... fallen... gods... God... You... Convinced May is right. Fallen aren't right. Many... Sky God... Oh wait, May Sky God... Low vault winds. The bless or lift. Sky God. Shattered model of the strange stretching god. Lift you? I could still change my mind, but may Sky God lift you? It's either lift or bless. Interesting. You want me to archive the statuette? Yeah, take that, the statuette of the stretching god. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. Yeah, I don't think I need the statuette, really. I'd hurt Huang's feeling if I said so, but these books are all recent, most from the last 50 years or so. Alright. I have no idea where Huang went. We must move on. Time to depart, Alia? Yeah, I don't really want to see my Ari. This way, Alia. And so we left the university. Yeah, I don't know where Huang went. Toward the Nightingale. Alright. Alia Larsa, I should inform you that I've told Professor Mayari about the crown. She's expecting it. Why did you do that? I might ask why you do not want me to. Can't keep this from my Ari much longer. No, I refuse. The crown might help us gain entrance to Heaven's Vault. I'll prepare the ropes, Elberethian. After all, they're like access codes, basically. Okay, so Heaven's Vault is up there. I don't want to make a thing of going to Elbereth every episode. I think we should go to the Age of Sail site. Because we don't know much about that. And it's also in, like, completely new space. You need to turn left up ahead, Rogue. sail for a while for us, Enki. Go and rest your weak body. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was hoping, is that Enki would bring us a little bit closer. So the way from here is through unknown waters. Alright, let's keep going. I know we've reached like around the hour mark, but I kind of want to hit this final Age of Sail site. Turn right here, I think is what she said. Find anything if we stay on rivers we know. The Empress hauled my ship around with skill, vigor, and speed. Where Six has been cautious, she was reckless. Where Six had been uncertain, she was fierce. She treated it like a hacksaw, or a hunting dog, or a tiresome lover. Withering ways are so pretty. Left. Granted, we should have actual direction stuff at the moment. Gosh, I love hanging out in the rivers. Anyway, as I was saying, I want to keep going just because, like, this series is already getting long pretty much, and, like, we have still 4 sites at least. Like, we learned about 2 new sites today. Like, I thought we were almost done, because I thought the unknown ancient site was going to be Heaven's Vault, but no, Heaven's Vault's out there. But at least we know where heaven, like the rough vicinity of heaven. Granted, I say rough, it's just this massive part of the map that we've not explored. And I didn't even know there was a nebula out there. Up by the waters. And so I want to do this other Age of Sail site just to have, like, get it out of the way so I can continually get a better idea. Because it might be a thing where next episode we go back to we find those final 2 sites, and then after come up close to the Age of Sail site, Ali Al-Larsa. Okay, so that's totally the site. But if we go left, we can loop around. No. Ah, crap, I can't backspace through it. Whatever, we can keep going. I want to see what that is. Because that's, like, this is clearly the site. Yeah, I want to finish this, because, yeah, we can hopefully do those 2, like, ancient sites that we have next episode, hopefully. If we can find the stuff for them at this site. It's the region of weaker flow, Elberathian. And then the episode after that, we can go for heaven. Oh, jeez. You know what? Actually, this is fine. We can just go that and hold left. Yep, we go left here, and then... Yes, I know, I'm doing this intentionally. There's a ruin that I want to go check out. Hold left and avoid this turn. Mom told me something in the Chronicles of Massify. Oh, wait, I am just completely have missed all my turns. It was an old poem about sailing the fiery path. Wonder if this is what it meant. The spray in the water. Certainly not fiery, Alia. Feels good to be back on a real river. Yeah, so I somehow really screwed up that turn. I don't know how I did that. But whatever. If we go right here, we can go to that other ruin. Okay, and then, okay, left and then right. Yep. There's the ruin. It's not what we're looking for, but it should have something, as well as text. Hopefully. A ruin! It's a ruin from the Age of Sail, Alia. I will investigate. I found a broken sculpture carved from stone. It's lying on it. A sculpture, though, is good. That could be interesting. It's the end of a longer line of text. Forever? That's a long line of text. Sleep forever, my... Sleep in forever. Well, that translation's clearly incorrect. There must be another phrasing. Love is wrong. Okay. My... Forever... That definitely has to be sleep, unless that's a run-up. Unless that's part of the same word. Sleep forever... Can I have my translation for my... Circle dark return. Sleep in... Dark return. Peace forever. Love heart stranger. Could be friend or chill. Love heart. Stranger implies friend, though. Sleep in peace forever, my friend. That will do for now. This comes from the place we're after. It must be near. So make the exact spot we're currently looking for easier to locate. Yep. Yeah, and it's that one. We're no longer within the search zone. Feels good to be back on a real river. Back within the search zone. Although we're about to be out of it again. Because I missed a turn. Whatever, we just need to go right. And Breathian rat. Follow that. So we pretty much just need to hold left for a bit. What's wrong with the river here? Because this is like slow flow. Currents in this region are unusually weak. The rivers here are losing their integrity. That one. Gosh dang it. Stop zooming out all the way when I map. Okay. So it's just right and right. Okay. Perhaps that is how the Age of Sail site was lost. Back within our search zone, Alia. Seems we've not been down either of these paths before. Something up ahead. Activate the hopper now, Alia. What are we about to hit now? An Age of Sail site, far removed from the rest of the nebula. Oh!
A single rocky peak was topped by a gleaming ruin.
That's a person.
And what a jewel it was.
There's a
Like
there's a
half-cut
person.
gemstone.
This place is falling apart. Could have arrived too late. Alia Larsa, did you see that? Did something fall off? No, Elberathian fool. I thought I saw it. No. It's nothing. That... What did you think you saw, Anki? I thought I saw... Must have been mistaken. A walled city. It hardly seems large enough. So pretty. Is there a wellspring here? There must be, Alia. There's plenty of air. We can go around this way.
We slipped around the corner of the great building, clinging to the narrowest of paths.
The drop is precipitous. It's breaking the wall. Too high for you? Indeed. Well, these paths always have way inside. These places. Emperor Senki. Where are you going? We should keep together. Or you decide I'm not important. Nothing. Enki, where did you go?
There was no sign.
Enki? Nothing. There. Find a way inside. Did you find a way inside? I can't see anything. No way to open this. Wait, Enki? Is that you in there? Greetings, Popper. Please stand still. I'll activate the hopper I have discovered. Oh, it's up there. Are you intact? You are intact?
And for a moment, the sight seemed only quiet instead of empty. Like I might walk around a corner and find someone painting, or reading, or watching the sky. But, of course, there was no one here.
Sure there wasn't.
And when the emptiness came back, it was double.
Look at all these. Not ancient for once, but just scribbles. Dancers, maybe. Crumpled blanket. Thrown off when someone woke, then left here. This room can't ever have been someone's home. It doesn't look like much like a cell. Here's more. Telling some kind of story, I suppose. I can't make it out. Lizard person watching. Whoever slept here made a fire. They burned old chairs, boxes, floorboards. Surely it's not. No. I wonder if it was still warm, but of course it isn't. Someone camped in this room after this place was abandoned. Someone was sleeping here. I wonder where they went. Did they have a ship? The paintings are strange. They suggest someone here was here for some time. Something written above the door. Alright. Gosh. It's broken off. It looked like a child that we saw. Friends. Thing, home, friends. Can my translation for friends to my dictionary? Circle, home, house of friends? I don't know what people did in there. So ornate. So decorative. Assume it's just two. How did you... It's like it's been chewed. Fall away brick by brick? Or did it all collapse at once? I'd gather the latter because the rock's gone? How old would you say the stonework is? Almost 1,500 years old, Alia. That's the hopper eye? People came in that way. The same as the hopper in the garden of the emperors. It's too small to be a city, despite what we've seen. What if it was just a large marketplace? Out here, away from everywhere else. Looks like a palace more than anything. Partway open door. But it's stuck. Rubble on the inside, perhaps? Little openings then. Shop fronts. Gosh. They're drawn in charcoal, I think. Should rub off right off. Looks like a family. Wonder if these were drawn by a child. They look like it. There's no decent river to this place. How did people come here? Perhaps off-river travel was common in the past. That might mean whole areas of the nebula were inhabited that we previously ignored. Or else there was a river and it's gone. Is that even possible? I do not know. Over 1,000 years old. So how does that work? Works of a child, most likely. That one looks like a robot with a flat head. Statue. Oh! That's of the Serpent God. I've heard that a seventh god has a temple out on the edge of the nebula. Is that temple Heaven's Vault? Statue. With no arms. Serpent. Yeah. Oh, an actually open door. What was this place? A marketplace? Built of stone with colonnades, alcoves, shops. Selling to who? There's nothing near here. Ooh, a book. The pages are run through. Still, it's not completely fallen to pieces. The inside cover has been written on Elberathian. There's one end of a blurry line of text. Gosh. Nebula. Never. B is in there twice. Only. Oh wait, no, that's not as, that's in. That character's I don't recognize that one that much. It's not as common at least. I'm missing something. That's gonna be wrong. Yeah, but I just need to mark things as not. So Nebula seems right. B is probably wrong. There, I think. Never in only. I think I remember the word for nebula alia. I'm also certain of never. So we finally have the word for nebula. Only must be correct too. Nebula. Failed knowledge. Was never knowledge of speak meant be knowledge lived blank in only nebula was never meant to be owned, never meant to be contained and only sailed. Nebula was never meant to be contained and only sailed. Wong will be able to help me finish it up. If I can face asking him for help. I guess this comes from the same site as the sexton and the battered sexton we found earlier. It should help us locate the ancient site. So I think it's either one of those. I think it was that one. It's a lot more like stuff on sailing specifically. Rima found the last emperor on Reborn, but Mayari believes she is the last emperor. Does that give her reason enough to want to keep Remba silent? To somehow make him and his ship and his finds just disappear? That's pure speculation, Alia. Speculation, but not wrong then. Indeed. These are no better. So much moisture on this moon. Nothing paper could last. So yeah, because Mayari clearly, we get the vibe that Mayari thinks she's the emperor, either reborn or just in general. And which doesn't matter. Something was removed from the sundial from the Emperor's secret garden, perhaps. That's most plausible. Ooh. Interesting. But obviously, she can't be because the Emperor never looped, because we found his body. Hoppered yourself into a robot. You died so you could live forever. An emperor must have a foundation. A greatness to keep it sound. The emperor forget forever, the emperor undying. I offered myself to the beating heart of the empire to be created. There was other after you. That place was used to capture children. I know that, of course. They rose like a wind from the withering palace with me. We took Iox together. It was glorious. Oh! So they originally used the hopper to create, like, she originally used the hopper to turn herself into a robot so she could live forever. If Kaya was recorded in the Withering Palace, maybe she was an empress too. She was not given a mechanical but left to rot on a pole. She was no true empress. There's an inscription. It's the end of a longer line of text on the Serpent God. All is in guides? Can't be right. Guides can't be right, yeah. All is in. All is survived. Show of towards. And all is fair. Honest path trader fair. All is fair and end. Feels like we're missing a the. Robots know key when they're activated, I mean. Most things. They're unlike human children. They talk and move fluidly. What is that? Mural. What kind of symbol? I know that shape well enough. Oh, the eagle and the sun, right. So it's a symbol of the Empire. This is an Empire period site. I'm sure it's older. I believe it is much older, Elberathian dog. Maybe the eagle and the sun symbol predates the Empire. Don't tell the Emperors that the eagle isn't theirs. Everything is ours, including the past. Symbol's not evidence for the loop Enki, it's evidence for history. This one's wider than the others, grander. It's a temple.
At the building's heart was a domed chamber.
No.
Every footstep rang like a bell. And the room was large, like it was larger than the walls that held it. Like a whole other moon was contained inside this room.
It's a theater. It's gotta be a temple space. You can feel it. The hush, the quiet. The place must have once held hundreds. I cannot feel anything, Alia, but I do observe a room with a large capacity and meticulous acoustics, an excellent location for singing. That's what I mean. Good faith. Listen to the echo. The room was built for that. Yeah, this is the theater. It's a little like the statue outside, the sun goddess. Gods always seem to have one eye. Goddess, but you're made of wood, painted to look like stone. That they don't know history. They don't know who built them. No, child. At least I do not. There's a box here. Some kind of chest. Beautifully made. Inside is nothing. No. There's a sword in here. Ooh. Can't be real. Very light. It's probably wood then. Same as the goddess. It's made of wood. It's a prop. This is a theater. There's an inscription down the middle of the blade. This is a theater. This one's a fraction fragment from an even larger phrase. One death. Time. That doesn't make sense. Road. Sure, my translation for one is right. One. Death is wrong. And I believe time is right. One blank time and road is also wrong. Okay, so this is on a sword. One. Never this. One last time. Old life stranger. One last time before death. One last time before death. What am I missing here? This is clearly a rich site. The wooden props. All these cheap fakes. Because it's a theater. They're not cheap. They were performance. Curtains. No, doorway. Suppose the priests would materialize from here. Not priests. Of course, this isn't a temple. This is a theater, exactly! A theater. I remember a king. A king with an eye-like crown. His judgments were fair, he was much loved. But his daughters schemed against him. Each daughter thought he loved another more. Resentment festered, until each killed him in a different way. Slow poison, knife in the back. But the youngest daughter's method was the cruelest. She hoppered her father into a crack in the palace stonework. She became queen, but she never found any pleasure in it. She was plagued by her father's voice. Inside the walls, berating her for her flaws. It makes no sense, Alia. How could I have seen all that? Sounds like nonsense. Perhaps it is. Perhaps my core is failing. Perhaps I'm going insane. Is there anything else? Yes. You see, then I remember a woman shipwrecked. She lay here on this floor, dressed only in rags. She carved her name into the boards torn from her ship, which she would never sail again, and she tossed them into the rivers, hoping to be rescued. That's enough, Enki. This is like listening to a grandmother on Harvest Day. Dreams. Do you dream, Enki? I don't believe so, Elberathian. How would I know for sure? Dreams are usually very strange. They feel real at the time, but when you wake, they could never have been true. It could be either that or she was remembering plays. Let's see where this goes. But this is like...
The far side was open to the wind and the dark.
Oh. Kid. Somebody's working their way through the trees for firewood. I want to see... I don't know if there's a way we could get Enki over here. Doesn't look like it. Fresh fruit. Neatly stalked from somewhere. So this is where the half we found came from. But if this is fresh, someone must be living here. Perhaps these grew on trees, but there aren't many trees, and this is a lot of fruit. This bread? It's bread. That doesn't grow on a tree. The hell? What is that? Is that a fishing rod? Looks like a scarecrow. Sculpture. Made of sticks, shoes, coffee pot, something like... Oop. Alf. It's never any good at dancing. You recognize the dancer's pose, don't you, Alia? You should. It's Swirler from Elberath. Imagine 5 of them holding hands going in and out around each other. It's pretty good, really. There's no chance the sculpture lasted hundreds of years. So whoever was living here had time on their hands. Rather, whoever is living here. Okay, I need to go back to the theater. Judging by, like, our standards of stuff, I'm guessing this place was built as the theater, and the market aspect of it is basically selling stuff to people when they come for the performance. We should get back to Enki, where the robots start selling the whole story. Alia, perhaps there's no more to see here. I do not wish to stay any longer than necessary. I'm not done yet. Very good, wretch. Within this chamber, I cannot activate the hopper. Perhaps from the courtyard outside. Let me show you the sword I found, Enki. Interesting. The wood is not from here, perhaps unsurprisingly. And Alia, it is old. Where are you going, Alia? Why are humans so keen to climb? Appears to be a curved piece of wood from the ship's rudder. It looks like it dates from the early stages of the nebula. You can still see the scoring of the water in the wood. Incredible to think that ancestors sailing waterways exploring the nebula, braver than us. It doesn't have anything etched into it. It's a bit of a rudder. Cool. Most likely this comes from the same place as the necklace. One we discovered on the hideout moon. This should help us work out where to look for it. Oh, wow, that massively decreased the search radius for that. Anything up here? Just a stool. And that's not, like, stable. Yeah, it's definitely a theater. So yeah, I'm thinking... No! Too many go... It's down here. What is... Oh. That was no ghost. I heard footsteps all yo, Larsa. The thing didn't move on its own. No. Evidently it's made of wood. Good faith to you. We mean you no harm. Someone here. Whoever's been here still... You want me, beat ghost? Bless the wind. Stop, come back. It's just a boy. How long has he been here? Stay back, ghost. I'm the Dread River pirate Amir. So hand over your robot or I'll run you through. Tell me what you're doing here. Beating you. Every hit will wear you down. Oh, you little rodent. Very well then. Have at you, if a fight's what you want. Oh, really, Alia? I knew it! I could tell you were a bloodthirsty ghost. Maybe. But ghost or not, you won't hit me like that. Should I tell you what's written on this sword of mine? One last time before death. How about that? You don't scare me, ghost. You don't. Does your mother know you're here? My mother? No. Have you been living here? I'm dead, and soon you will be too. Take this. Stop doing that. Huh? Who are you? I'm the last face you'll ever see. This is for you. Enough whacking me with that thing. Dread Pirate wins again. Too slow, Ghost. Strike right. Not that way. That's contact. Enough. Trained against trees. Are you too young to be a pirate? Well, you're too tall to be a ghost. But we'll see if you won't bleed all the same. Not like that, you won't. Oh. Most pirates know how to wash behind their ears. Take that! Ash! Strike left. Showing me what you're doing. Take this. Little rodent. An excellent thwacking boy. Back you go! Curse you. And this. Good at this. Here's one for you. Ow, stop doing that. Faint back. Strike left. Not that way. Close but not close enough. Faint right. Strike left. Showing me what you're doing. This is for you. Oh, gosh, enough wagging me with that thing. Faint back. Want to catch me that way? Strike forward. You clear off this moon. Ouch. Alright, Ghost, I give in. Please, please don't hurt me. I'm not gonna hurt you. See? I'm not a ghost. Of course you are. Same as me. You're not a ghost either. You hurt my arm with that stick of yours. It was on Elbereth. There's a story, you see. A story about a cursed word. Oh! How did you get here? Very far from Elbereth. I died. Spoke the word and I died. Case gate is a hopper. I've used it myself. I haven't seen another person for so long. Hope you're real. Of course I'm real. You can't be sure. The others weren't. Must be lonely. Hate it here. The ghosts are also angry. How did you learn the word? Lots of people say they know it. I saw it written. You saw it written? So how could you say it? No one knows how ancient words are spoken. It wasn't ancient. It was an Elberethian slang in the Patois. That's how I could speak it. Where are we? Follow me. So you're a robot? This is that is my physical form, but I'm also your superior. May I activate the hopper now? Do it. Let's get out of here. You ready, gutter rat. So we left the surface of the doomed market moon where the boy had been stranded. The domed market moon. I think doomed also fits. Alright, let's bring him back home. Board the Nightingale. I don't think the boy has been on the rivers before. Well, this is my ship. How are you feeling? Same. I don't feel different. But if I've lost my soul, how would I know how I used to feel? You'll get past it. What's all that, anyway? Out there. That's the nebula. A bit of it, anyway. I should get a boat of my own. Pirate should have a boat. I still don't understand how you got out here. What was the word? I cursed. I spoke a forbidden word. I spoke it by the Cat-Kiss Gate on Elbereth. Gate sent you here? Gate is a hopper, Ollie. Yes, I know. But this boy traveled a lot farther than one would expect from Hopper. It just took me, and I found myself down there alone. lucky I found you. I suppose so. Where would you like me to take you? Elbereth, I suppose? It's home. It's my ship. I can take you anywhere in the nebula. I can take you to Iox, where I live. Or Mercy, that's a farming moon. It's very beautiful. I don't know. I don't know where I want to go. I think Elbereth is the better. Let's go to Elbereth. He's been away too long. Come on. The flight deck is up the ladder. Yeah, I think Elbereth is the... We could go to Mercy, but I think Elbereth is the better... course. So, presumably he spoke the name of one of the gods, sailing to Elbereth via the Shard Sanctuary in Ghost's Wake. I like your hair, robot. Silence, Miss Wolfchild. Could be nice. Play nicely, children. Shrouded Sanctuary. Watch your tone, Alia, or I will vent the air. She always this mean. There's a shorter route straight ahead. What does straight ahead mean when there's turns? I guess left.
The boy stuck his nose up against the porthole and kept it there, staring out at the rivers.
Lady, can I have a go? Flying? You don't know how to fly. It's not as simple as it looks. Are you sure? It looks very simple. I love how we could just turn right to just get to the garden. You just wind the handle whichever way you want to go. You have to follow the currents. Judge the different speeds and flows of the river. And it takes strength. The ropes are pulled tight. You have to fight the winds. Strong. Look at my muscles. Probably lift your robot. Go on then, show me. You don't mind, do you, Enki? Enki very much minds, I imagine. No doubt Elberethian Rat is some kind of caper that causes you to lose the others. Stand still, robot, so I can get my arms around you. You do not appear to be having much success, child. I could lift you. Funny shape, that's all. So, can I fly? course I do. It's gonna be something like, I'm a pirate. Doesn't look difficult. I'm gonna be a pirate. If I'm gonna be a pirate, I need to learn. Go left momentarily, albeit. Why are you so sure you want to be a pirate, of all things? That's easy. It's what I'm good at. Suppose I'd better let you fly. I can learn by watching you. And steal the ship from you later. If you try and steal the Nightingale, I will use this sword I now have. I know it's a prop, but it's old, which means it's probably spiky. How close are we? No, we're almost there. What will you do with the boy, Jester? Not sure. Perhaps Roy can look after him. Did I miss a turn? How am I missing a turn? Need to go. Oh, I'm in a loop. Enki, take over. I'm gonna rest. Good. Elbereth, this is where the boy belongs. And I could show the telescope device to Roy. That's the gate. Go there. Killed me once already. Go near it. My friend lives on the other side of the gate. She can take care of you. Go through it. It won't let me. It wants to eat me. If anything goes wrong, I'll come for you. Again. No. I won't go back to being dead. I won't. Alright, we'll try somewhere else. Maybe we'll go to Timor's instead. Down this way.
Laughter, shouting, crying, all at once. The sound of 1,000 people packed up like a box of oranges.
Yep. See what Timor makes of you, boy. Boy, I say boy. Ah, Adia. And this is... I know. Boy, I've seen you before, haven't I? Yes. You know Timor? It's been what? Nearly a year? I don't know. Oh, Kisreth. What's a Kisreth? He is. He's the one. He's the one who sent me to the gate. Oh! What happened to you, boy? Where did you go? You wanted me to slip aboard a ship bound for Ajax. There was a robot. It carried me off again. Took me to the Cat-Kiss gate, and then it said something to the gate. I don't remember what happened after that. But I died. Alright. You can tell me later. You didn't tell me about the robot. There were no people on board at all. Only robots. How many robots? Peace now. Doesn't matter anymore. I won't send you again. There's a bucket in the other room. There might be some clothes. Go and tidy yourself up. Yes, Kithrath. Make good faith to you, lady. Good faith to you. Timor, you are going to explain a few things. I want to know what why Amir was boarding ships. You really don't know, Alia. It wasn't obvious to you as a child working here. It isn't apparent now. How many children work for you? As many as need to. They do little jobs for me. No one notices children in Elbereth. People ignore them like they were dogs. I look after them. When I worked for you, it was only me. Only you working here. I never sent you onto a ship. You were too honest, too stubborn even then. Alia, a lot of people have worked for me. They grow up, some go rotten, others go their own way. But you slipped away when I had a place for you here. Kind of place. Someone has to look after all this when I'm gone. Someone who deserves it, someone I can trust. Brains and a heart. I wanted it to be you. Bad luck. Yes. Elbereth relies on me, Alia. They call me Kisreth, the King of Thieves. Do you know that? That's not the right name. I should be called Yaik Kanathia, he who protects. Protector of what exactly? Of Elbereth. There isn't enough food here, Alia. There never has been. That is a simple fact. Without me, without my children, hungry people would have to set the slums on fire and try to eat the ashes. The people should be angry. Ajax needs to know. Mercy has more food than it needs. No one needs to go without. That's your answer? I thought you were smarter than that. You've traveled to ruin worlds and seen 100 broken moons. You must know by now that whoever lights the flame is the first to burn. But that's why you should be running all this. No one else could grow up here and not realize what this place was. But you always see hope. Even when there is none. There's another way, a better way. There has to be. I'll find it. I believe in you. I believe you. See? Hope. The boy will be safe with me. I promise you that. Don't be a stranger. Right. Well. Never learned the word. So I was trying to get it out of him, but he wouldn't. No. Robot was working. Spoke a word to the gate. Kibenya. So Hoppered, and granted, I wonder if that implies. Well, probably. The Cactus Gate is fascinating because it has the simple fact that that's the second time someone's been hoppered beyond normal distance to it. Or at least from it. Like, to and from now. Bing bong. Bing bong.
There was a sharp, sizzling sound, and a yelp.
Sorry, Roy. Adia. What can I do for you? Given a strange sort of crystal, thought you might be able to tell me what it is. I'm a technician, not a mystic healer, so I don't know. Rest it on your belly and see if it helps you break wind. I'll do it tonight, maybe. Thank you, Roy. Do you know of any machine shops in Catkiss? In the Catkiss? Taking your business to a competitor? There's a man called Janik Remba. He worked in a machine shop here. There was one, but it closed down years ago. I ran him out of business, I think. Your man will be long gone. The owners still live there. You can't pay your levy, you don't get to stay. You better bear that in mind next time you come by here. Found a site that's too far from the rivers to reach. Farther than anywhere we've been. Off the rivers. There's a whole vast space between the rivers. And it's not as empty as it should be. But without the rivers, there's no air to breathe, and the nightingale can only hold so much. Sounds like you need a river, then. Can you make a river? Of course you can't! Rivers don't come and go because you ask them to. But maybe they do. We're not sailing for some rock. It's a place. So maybe there was a river once, but now it's gone. Well, even though what's true, you can't just whistle for it to come back. What even is a river? You said more than me. Where do they come from? Where do they go? Where do they come from? Can't I, Joe? The water in Iox comes from Elbereth. Comes in from Elbereth. It washes back out into space. There's no wellspring there at all then. But some rivers start from moons, don't they? They have uprivers. How does that work? Oh, they have well springs. The water is drawn off into space. The rivers flow out of the well springs. Well then, you just need to make a wellspring. Maybe the water goddess will help you. They worship the water goddess of mercy. I was joking, Ed. By the rivers and dirt, what's wrong with you? You can't make a river any more than you could flip Elbereth onto its back. And if you could, you couldn't tell which way it would flow. Which way to flow. What if there was a river before? A new river might follow the same course. It might, if it starts from the same place. But rivers don't just vanish, and they don't just appear. Sorry about your distant star, El, but maybe, just maybe, you're stuck down here with the rest of us for once. Here, I found this. Look at this thing. Found it way out on a moon covered in ancient panels. That's beautiful. Some kind of telescope. Set up to collect something. It's probably packed with information, if only you could read it. This Ioxian, Janique Rembo, was collecting them. Perhaps he figured out he could read them. But it's not very likely. The position of the scopes might tell you something. The scope itself won't. But still, if it's a beautiful piece. Can you help me trace where it was made? I have no idea where it was made. The ancients were recording something. Something is happening out there. The darkness is coming. It won't do any good. We can barely handle what's happening here, Adia. The robot still won't land on Elbereth. Have you learned anything from her? I think she was responsible for the fall of Iox. You're joking. You're not joking. Adia, Larsa, have you finally met someone worse than you for causing disasters? How's the shop working out? Not getting any better. Have fun on the rivers, Adia. Okay. Let's go see if we can trade relics with Tappy to get an idea of because we still need I think we need one relic to pin down that, and we need so much more for the ancient site.
Cabinets glinting with gold and polished glass.
Alia, you don't visit me nearly enough. I'd forgotten what the color of your eyes. I could never forget the silver of your tongue, Tappy. How's life on Iox, anyway? As sterile as ever? That's a good word for it. You've always been too untidy for that place and too proper for this one. Not showing him the crown. I picked up a few items you might be interested in. Oh, yes? The rudder. It's a carved piece of wood from a ship's rudder dating from ancient times. I could find one just like that on a slum street corner. It's in a saleable state, too. We aren't dealing with some gutter rat trader here. It's charm made on Heaven's Vault, dating from the early stages of the nebula. Interesting. What a beautiful piece of work. I might be able to make you an offer. Here we are. A telescope. What? The case looks like it's inscribed. Ooh. People, pilgrim, think. Slave, hold this thing for... Hold this thing. Flat before you use. People think. So remember, hold this thing flat before you use it. Guess this comes from the same site as the book and the sextant I found earlier. Having this should be helpful in tracking down where things originated. This should help us work out where to look for the ancient site. So, you've seen it. Telescope for your silver charm. I want to keep the charm though. Thanks for letting me see it, but no. Something else perhaps another time. Safe and sound. Oh, it's that one. Kind of looks like an axe head. So it was old, but what is it? I don't know if to find the site. More left. Another artifact. Cover a few more items you might just did in. Oh yes. Necklace. It's a necklace dating from ancient times. Very nice. That's something of a similar period, I think. Now then. Clay pitcher engraved with a claw design. Okay, there's even some salt still inside. The handle's been etched with characters too. Rise up. You know one of these words. You can guess the others. Rise up. One time. Once. More. And falsehood godfall. Good. Rise up once more and sing. Most likely this comes from the same source as the rudder piece in the necklace. New find should help us find the source. Help us locate extremely ancient site. So, you've seen the merchandise. Picture for your... Yeah, you can have the necklace. I think this looks rather good here. Take me some time to set up buyers for what you've given me, so... more left me consider another time, my fine lady. See you later, Tappy. Look after yourself out there. Triangulated unknown extremely ancient site. Yeah. So now we have our two things. Oh wait, crap. I wanted to go back to the market. No! Get me out of here. Oh wait, no. This is the yard. Okay. Back to the fields. For some reason there's no word for going down. I mean, it makes sense there's no hopper eye up there. Look, I can't go this way. Can I? I just figured I never could. I don't think I've ever went around this way before. Always have the way to get back to the ship. If I did do this in like the first episode and forgetting, I apologize. Something under here. Something here. Piece of a nebula chart. Looks like something from ancient times. Maker didn't add any kind of writing along the river. Comes from the same place as the telescope I found earlier, I think. Should make the site easier to find. Alright. Random, but okay. Not sure why that's out here, but you know. Back to the ship then. So I left the surface of Elbereth with enough new information to locate 2 new sites. Alright. So, back to the Nightingale. Board the Nightingale. Oh gosh. So I'm receiving a message from Professor Mayari. Put her through. Alia? I want you back on Iox, Alia. With Remba gone, I need someone else. Waste no time. I have something I must tell you. Come when I can. She has encoded no kind of reply to that, Alia. Appears to have been a message sent in haste. I can't keep this from Mayuri much longer. I'm sure she's desperate to see it. Alright then. Next time, I guess, we'll go back to Iox to see what on earth Mayari is on about. Potentially, if I remember anyway. Granted, I imagine the map is probably telling me... Yeah. She has something she wants to get off her chest, so... Yeah. So, yeah, I think we're actually close now. If I were to guess... Granted, I think I've said that twice. Like, I've said that a bunch now. I think we need to see this site, and then that will maybe give us the information to Heaven's Vault. I want to do this one first, because my explorer's instinct says that this site is going to give us the ability to know how to... Like, we're going to activate a wellspring or something on here, which is going to lead to this river, which is going to lead to Heaven's Vault. That's my prediction. If that's accurate, I don't know. But we'll see. There's, like, a couple, like, these things around, but, like, these just lead to those, so... Yeah, anyway. I hope you all enjoyed. I've been really, really enjoying Heaven's Vault, and I'm looking forward to continuing it next week. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.